Hey guys, it's Tyke and welcome back to another video. And I haven't uploaded in like 10 years, but now I'm uploading because there's a new coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And it's this one. I mean, why else would I be riding it? It's this one, the suspended coaster. And it's a pretty cool coaster. So the concept of this coaster is it's like an inverted coaster, but the cars can swing around, as you'll see here. They kind of swing out to the side. And you can get it to do some kind of crazy stuff. So it might be a little bit difficult to make realistic coasters with this, but who cares? It's still a really neat coaster type. So they also did add some other things in this update that I'm going to be going over. So let's just go to the changelog real quick and read through it. Alright, so they added the new roller coaster, the suspended coaster, which requires a new achievement, Amazing Theme Park. I'll be showing you how to get that after I show you the roller coaster. They added some new props, which I guess are cool. I might go look at those. Some new fence, more items, more primitives. Hotkeys can now be used to change grid rotation snapping settings to like get the off-grid feature, which was added fairly recently. The physics of the improved physics model were changed to improve handling of curves with inflection points. So I mean that's a thing. I don't know what that means, but it's probably helpful. When building a new track piece, the support mode and color are now copied from the previous piece. They increased the image resolving limit. So picking an image for an image panel should fail less frequently now. Some UI adjustments happened. There were some internal changes. They fixed a rare issue causing physics to be computed incorrectly for track rides. They fixed an issue with wooden support collision detection. And this is just a note for advanced users using the suspended coaster. It simulates swinging per cart, and swinging behavior is repredicted whenever the center of a train enters a new piece only, which sounds confusing. But basically what I think that means is it only calculates the amount that the train banks when it enters a new piece. For example, if I'm building this here in the basic editor, it'll calculate it when the middle of each cart enters the start of this piece here, and when it enters the start of the next piece here. So you might want to use shorter pieces for parts where it would be changing the amount of swinging quite a lot. So yeah, that's basically all there was in the change log. So let's go over this new coaster. Both these two coasters here are showing off a couple things so we'll go look at them later. Let's just walk away from the mess of supports and track right now so it's a little bit easier to see. Alright, so here is the coaster. It's too wide. It has stations. It can, let me just show this real quick. Place 3 stations and it can have 1 car per station. Or 2. Wait a minute. Let me see this. Because I thought it was 3 and then it looked weird. So let me just add 1 more station. Can I put a 3rd one? Alright, so each cart will take up slightly more than 1 space, which is something new. We've had cars that take up less than 1, but now it takes up more, which I'd assume is intended. So that is interesting. We've also got all the normal pieces, chain lifts, brakes, stations, all this stuff. The steepest slope that this roller coaster can have is a steep slope. It cannot go vertical, and same with going downward. Let's just turn off the chain lift for that real quick. It cannot go vertical. And it does not have boosters. This coaster can bank up to 60 degrees. So let's go to 60 degrees, and you cannot go to 70 or higher. And it does have several pieces. It does not have any inversions since it can't bank past 60 degrees. It's got block brakes, these things, which I can place if I fix the banking. The long ones of these, yes. The flat to steep slope, large curves. And just by the way, I'm not making an actual roller coaster with this. I'm just placing down the pieces to show what they can do. I'm actually going to remove those because now we're at the edge of the park. It's got the long straight pieces that'll go up and down like one tile. It's got the flat to sloped turns, and something that actually fits quite well with this coaster, which is the spirals, both up and down, left, right, wide, and not wide. These fit quite well because the coaster can swing outward around them, which might look quite cool. And obviously you can use the advanced editor because you can use it for all of them. And I've gotten comments saying that, oh, the coasters you're building in these videos are bad, I can help you build better coasters. And it's like, yeah, I know how to build coasters. This isn't supposed to be good. This is just me building something to show what the pieces are. Alright, so sorry if that cut in an awkward spot because I am actually recording on another day. I had recorded the whole video, then part of the audio didn't record, so that sucks. But basically, I'm going to go over the few things that we didn't cover. So first off, here's a suspended coaster. I think I was going over colors. I don't know if I finished it or not, but like you can figure out the colors on your own if I cut that out of the video because it's not too difficult. Although there are 3 different colors for the track, which is interesting. But for operations, there are chain lift speed, brakes power, block brakes power, track friction, and gravity multiplier. And for the ride modes, we got all the normal ride modes, except we do not have any of the powered launch modes. We also do not have booster speed because obviously this coaster does not have boosters. Now there are a couple interesting things with this ride that I want to point out. So as you might see, as we're just sitting in it, I chose the back row partly because I was slow to get on and partly because you can see the swinging of the other cars better this way. So as you can see from here, the other cars are swinging and we've got the track above us. Pay attention especially where the track is. So we're swinging around, right? We're swinging around quite a lot, and you may have noticed right at the end there it did actually clip through and go almost inverted. So technically this coaster cannot invert, but you can do that, which means if you want to make it realistic, you kind of got to be careful for those turns. But there's the normal just sitting in your seat mode. There's the outside mode, and then there's this mode, the fairly new track mode, which actually just keeps you on the track. It doesn't swing around at all, which could be quite nice if you get motion sick easily from watching the roller coasters go sometimes, and the swinging could trigger that or something. Or if you just don't want to have to watch all the swinging, that could be quite nice. So I'm going to jump out of there and fall on the ground and lay for like 10 minutes apparently. But then I'm going to go over here because this coaster actually shows off something different with these track pieces right at the end of this first hill. So as you'll probably see in a second when it comes down, so this track piece curves inward, this one banks steeply outward. I'm not sure how obvious it was to see, but the carriage part that has the wheels on it obviously was staying along with the track and banking, but these cars were banking smoothly. So you don't really have to worry too much about the banking if you're using this coaster, which can be quite nice if that's something that you're still working on getting better at, and you want the coaster to be fairly smooth. But of course, this coaster does come with its own challenges, namely the fact that the swinging could get quite out of control sometimes. But as you can see there, it swung pretty smoothly, even though the track, if we watch it from the track view, which I'll do right now, the track was actually going all over the place. So this will have a lot more weird banking, and it'll look pretty weird, honestly. And it wouldn't really be the kind of coaster you'd want to go on with it swinging all over the place like that. But with the banking tilting all over the place. But when the coaster track actually swings, it's totally fine. But as you can see here, it just banks all weirdly. That would hurt if you went on it. and also like half the turns when you're using that mode look like they break your neck, but they might still break your neck, but at least it's a little bit less because of the way that this suspended coaster can actually swing. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the coaster. I am really quickly going to go over the achievement to get it, however, because as you can see, it costs $2,250. It's 2 tiles wide, same as the Hypercoaster and Beyond Vertical Drop Coaster, which is pretty interesting. Let me just collect my daily bonus real quick. And let's go check the achievement to get it. So you need this new achievement, Amazing Theme Park. You have to get a park rating of at least 4 stars to unlock the suspended coaster. While you're working on this, you might also go for Incredible Theme Park. And also you'll get Nice Theme Park. I do have a video which I will link down in the description on tips to get more stars on your park. But a couple of them is just to make sure there's stalls spaced out, bathroom stalls everywhere. You can press this tab up in the corner, the park guest overview, and you can see some of the guests' thoughts. And if they're saying a ride is extremely cheap, you might want to make it a little bit more expensive. If they're saying they're hungry, you might want to go place down more food stalls. And don't place all your food stalls in one concentrated area, because when you're walking around a theme park, you might get hungry when you're over in one side, and then you'd have to walk all the way over to the other side to get food, and that's not no fun. You'd want to just pick up a snack right wherever you are. So, but anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have for this video. If there's anything I missed, make sure to leave it in the comments. I'll either make a pinned comment about the things I missed, or pin a comment. So if there's something you noticed I didn't put, check the pinned comment to see if I put it there. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you could like the video, you could subscribe, go check out my other videos, 'cause you might enjoy those too. But anyway, bye.